Hi, I'm Alex, and this is Pucks and Paperbacks. In December, I'm going to be participating in round 10 of the Queer Lit Readathon, trying to complete some of my yearly reading challenges, and I'm doing Vlogmas. I've decided to do a more traditional Vlogmas where I vlog for 24 days, but I've decided to condense them into weekly vlogs. So if you want to hear my thoughts on the books I mentioned in this video, or you just want to celebrate December with me, feel free to hit subscribe and turn on my post notifications so you do not miss an upload. Before we start, for the last 2 years on my channel in December, I do a reading vlog where I have an advent calendar decide what I read. If you'd like to help contribute to the video, leave a comment down below with a reading prompt. I'll write it down, put it in the advent calendar, and maybe you will decide what I read. Or if you'd rather stay anonymous, check my description for a Google form you can fill out. These are my December hopefuls, starting with the Queer Lit Readathon, which is running from December 4th to December 10th. The readathon is focused on reading exclusively queer books for the whole week of the readathon. The creators are Kathy and Rogan, and the guest host for this round is Audrey from Perpetual Pages. Everyone's links are in my description, as well as where you can find the bingo board and the prompts. I'm looking to read some queer joy during this round because I've been reading really dark books lately, and I just need me a happy read. December is going to be me trying to just find happy books because the vibes are off. It's not working. Here are my picks. Starting with the first prompt, Trans Femme, I want to read Fierce Femmes and Notorious Liars, a Dangerous Trans Girl's Confabulous Memoir by Kai Chen Thom. I've read her picture book From the Stars in the Sky to the Fish in the Sea, and I really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to read this one. And I actually found this book from Kathy because she read it in round 7 of the Queer Lit Readathon. So super excited about this one, and I love the cover so much. Next, for Beyond LGBT and satire/comedy, I'd like to read It's Always Been You by Ellen Annalise. This is marketed as an asexual romantic comedy, though I want to point out that the reviews say there is a big content warning for acephobia because there's a lot of it being experienced. So just want to point out that if you're looking to read this book. It's Always Been You is a sapphic enemies to lovers asexual romance following a 26-year-old woman, Courtney Davenport, who runs a talking service for other aces who are worried about coming out. But when her sworn enemy, Sophie Sway, phones the helpline, Courtney is thrown. This gives me similar vibes to Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzalez, and I'm really excited to read it. For 5-star prediction, even though I don't read books anymore, this is just a book I'm excited about and actually was keeping on my TBR for this readathon specifically. And this is The Lesbiana's Guide to Catholic School by Sonora Reyes. I've heard nothing but great things about this book from literally everybody I follow on BookTube, and so I am so excited to read this. It's definitely my main priority for the readathon. Next, for Indie Pub and Queer Joy, I'd like to read American Dreamer by Adriana Herrera because I have not gotten to that book yet and I want to read it before the end of the year. Or I have Devon and Chris Plan a Wedding by Chenchia C. Higgins, and I also have had this on my TBR this year, and someone also just recently recommended it to me because I was asking for some happy reads. Apparently this is one, so shout out to my friend Emily for giving me that recommendation. I tried to start this during the Queer Romance Readathon, never got around to it. That's just been my life this whole year of reading, is like I start a book, put it down, and then you never can see it again. So I'm hoping to get around to this one. For Not a Novel, I'll be picking up another Zan West, and this is the novella 8 Kinky Nights, a Sapphic Hanukkah romance. I can't wait. You know I love Zan West, so I'm really excited about this. The year is almost over, and I have yet to read Ophelia After All, so I'm going to use it for the prompts Catch Up and Intersectional. For Choose Your Own Prompt, I want to read The Secret Life of Albert Entwistle by Matt Cain, and I'm making this over 40 because this is about Albert, who is a closeted gay British postman, and he is forced into retirement on his 65th birthday. And this is basically about him trying to figure out where he wants to go. He ends up searching for a boy he fell in love with as a teenager, and it also tackles the history of gay people being treated poorly in the UK in the 70s and 80s. I read Beautifully Bookish Bethany's review on this book, and she said it has a good mixture of cozy, queer joy, and heavy topics, so I'm really excited about this one. I actually saw this book on the Prime Reading section on Amazon, and I was curious because I'm trying to finish up the Pop Sugar 2022 reading challenge, and this works for the prompt to read a book with a board game in the title, and this has life. And last, for middle grade, I want to read The Secret Sunshine Project by Benjamin Dean. I really loved his first book, and when I thought about a middle grade, I recently picked this one up this year, so I definitely want to get around to it. If you're participating, let me know in the comments. I will be updating my board as I read over on my Instagram stories. You can follow me over on Instagram at Pucks and Paperbacks, but I will also have a vlog for the readathon here on my channel. Like I said, I'm trying to finish up some yearly challenges, and one in particular is the hashtag ReadQueer2 2022 challenge created by Alex over at Obscure Pages on Instagram. I have been having so much fun with this, and I have a couple slots left, so I'm hoping I can complete them to black out the board. I really hope they do this again next year because I had so much fun. It was definitely one of my favorite challenges I participated in, just because it gets me out of my comfort zone and has me reading some books that I may not have. The remaining spaces I have are Crown Icon, Best Friends to Lovers, Drag Queen Icon, and Rom-Com. I have a couple books on my Queer Lit Readathon TBR that will work for this, but we'll see as I go throughout the month. Now I'll share some of the books that you can look out for in my Vlogmas videos. I have The Christmas Clash by Suzanne Park, Wrapped Up in You by Talia Hibbert, Kiss Her Once for Me by Allison Cochran. I have seen this book everywhere. It has been picked for a couple book clubs, so I definitely want to get around to this one. Just for the Holidays by Adriana Herrera, because last year I did a vlog where I read some Christmas queer romances. I'll have the video down below and above if you want to watch it. And I read some Adriana Herrera. I love her so much, so 'tis the season of Adriana Herrera. And one book I'm really excited about, I recently picked up, and this is The Very Merry Murder Club. Benjamin Dean is in this, Elle McNichol is in this, and it is a short story collection, and I am so excited to read this. So these are some of my December hopefuls. I cannot wait to start vlogging on December 1st. Let me know what you're going to be reading for the end of the year, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel when you do so. And if you're new here and you want to hear more of my thoughts on queer and trans books, feel free to hit subscribe and turn on my post notifications so you don't miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for Vlogmas.